with the 2 goals Harry Kane has scored against Everton in there. The first one that he scored was recorded as an own goal. It would have been a hat-trick for him. He is now level with Thierry Henry in the 6th place of the most high-scoring players in the Premier League, and is now eyeing the record of Frank Lampard, because just know that in the game of Manchester United they're going to play on Saturday, he might really come out and score a goal, or any other Premier League the game they're going to play, because it looks like he's scoring goals for fun now. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? This is a channel that brings you all your latest news and information in here, and I really believe that you guys watch this game of football very well, where Spurs beat Everton thoroughly by 5-0 in there. A game where all Everton players never showed up. They just looked like they did come to play. They were really off in there. Their mind was not onto this game. That's why they were really taken to school by a side which goes by the names of Spurs, that is being managed by Antonio Conte. Into the 50th minute, I believe it was the 50th minute in there. Into the 50th minute of the game, it was an own goal in there from Michael Keane. That is the 14th minute of the game. After 3 minutes, Song Hyun-Moon in the 7th minute really came out and scored the second goal. And Harry Kane in the 37th minute and 55th minute, he scored 2 goals in there. Then Sergio Reguilon, who came in for Sessegon, really came up to score that goal in there that really put them into a comfortable lead in there. And Harry Kane's game by numbers is so much amazing in there for you, to an extent that he had 100% aerial duels won, 100% tackles won, 4 shots, 3 touches in the box, 2 goals in there, and is closing in on Frank Lampard's record in there. That is Harry Kane in there for you, the English international. By the way, it's so much familiar of Harry Kane. If you don't know Harry Kane, when he's starting the season, he doesn't start the season on fire. But towards the last 2-3 months of the season, like March, April, May, you are really going to feel him a lot. He's really going to come in and score in goals, because right now in 25 games, he has scored 10 goals. And don't be surprised for Harry Kane to hit 20 goals this season. To me, I really believe that he still has some 10 goals into his legs, because as we speak, Spurs has played 26 games in there, and the 26 games they've played, that means they're left with the 12 games. I really believe that he can get in other 2 hat-tricks and other 4 goals. I really believe that Harry Kane is going to hit a 20-goal mark in the Premier League. I just believe it. I just feel it that it's going to happen in here into the other Premier League, because this is what he does frequently. This is what he does frequently in there for you. When you look at him in the UEFA Europa League, in the EFL Cup, he has 1 goal, he has 11. I remember him scoring like 4 into the conference in there that they really played. So it means that he has close to 15-16 goals this season. Not a very bad return for a player who really started this season in a very much disarray with his club in there, coming out and telling them that I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be at a side which goes by the names of Man City in there. And they say that any team that really wants you has to give us 150 million pounds, and Man City could only handle 130 million pounds in there. And Spurs said, no, if you're not getting us the money we want, we are not getting you our player who goes by the names of Harry Kane. So that's something that really we saw, that we never saw happening in there. But the moment Harry Kane came out and said that he really wants a move away from a side which goes by names of Spurs, I really knew that there was a club that really promised him that we really have the monies that you really want. But when you look at him, he's acting professionally club in there, which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur, and I really believe that the manager, who goes by names of Antonio Conte, is really trying to also act professional with the player, because he's one of the best goal scorers that he has into his team, and there is no way he can really put him aside. So he's trying to use him to be into this club and really help him either attain top 4 position, or really steady the ship at a team which goes by names of Spurs, such that it really goes to the level that we want them to be in there. But all in all, they really went ahead to win another game of football in there for you. Remember, in their last game, they really beat Leeds by 4-0. I remember that very well. They were knocked out by Middlesbrough in the FA Cup, and they beat Leeds by 4-0 in there. So their inconsistency is really so much bad, and it's something that I can really come out and really be proud of, because a team like Tottenham Hotspur, after beating a team which goes by Man City by 3-2, they went ahead to lose to Burnley. Then they came in and beat Leeds by 4-0, and that game led to the sacking of Michel Bielsa. And then afterwards, they are knocked out of the FA Cup by Middlesbrough. They were beaten 1-0, and now they come back and they win 5-0. Now we don't know what's going to happen at Old Trafford, because that's going to be a very, very big game in there, because United knows that if they lose to Spurs, Spurs will displace them out of the 5th position, and they will be 48 a point ahead of them in there. And after being a point ahead of them, that means they'll be 2 games behind a team which goes by names of Spurs in there. And we look at those games that Spurs has in hand. One of them is against Arsenal. And the best revenge United has to do is to come in and beat Tottenham Hotspur, but it's really going to be a very big game, because you don't know what United is bringing on the day, and you don't know what Spurs is bringing on the day. So we wait and see what really comes out of this game of Spurs versus Manchester United that's happening over the weekend in there, as United prepares for its game against a side which goes in Atletico Madrid on Tuesday in there. So it looks like United are into a very trying moment. The same applies to Spurs. This is like a finale. If at all Spurs loses to Manchester United, that means United would have stretched the number of points they have in between them to 5. You get? And remember, Spurs has 2 games in hand, and you don't expect them at least to win all of them, because they're really facing Arsenal in there for you. So I really believe that it's really going to be a very difficult tie in there for you. But it's good to win against a side which goes by names of Everton in there. You beat them thoroughly. And when you look at Everton, it's really going down and down. It has played 25 games in there. They're having 22 points in there. When you look at the team that is in the 18th position, that is relegation position, where you start from to count, is Burnley with 21 games, and they've 21 points. They've played 26 games. Everton has 22 points in there for you, and they have a game in hand with Burnley, and they have 2 games in hand against Watford and Norwich in there for you. So that means Everton just needs to win like 3 games. If I thought they win like 3 games and they really reach a point of 32, 33 points, they will be safe in there for you. But their fixture doesn't really favor them a lot, because when you check out their fixture of Everton, my dear, you won't like it. They are not really having a very good fixture. Having been thumped 5-0, they had put up a fight against Man City, but they denied them a penalty, and then they came out and really apologized to them. That is the referees board of the FA. But you never know, they would have researched what a point in there for you. But when you look at Frank Lampard, he came into the 4th round of FA Cup. He beat a side which goes by the names of Hull City in there. No, he beat them by 4-1. That was Brentford. He lost to Newcastle. He beat Leeds. He lost to Southampton. He has lost to Man City. He won against Boreham into the 5th round of the FA Cup. He has lost to Everton. He has lost to Spurs. When you look on Sunday next week, they are playing Wolves, they are playing Everton, they are playing Crystal Palace, West Ham, they are playing United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester City. Now, the only 3 games I really feel like the 3-4 games they should really put up and fight. That is Everton, Leicester City, that of Crystal Palace, that of Watford. I think those 4 they can really gate out 12 points. And if at all they get 12 points, they'll be really far much safe into, and they won't be relegated. I don't believe that Everton is going to be relegated. I don't really believe they are really going to be relegated. I really believe that they're really going to come up and do the needful and really fight for their team in there, because they have good players, better than those in there. These players don't also want to go down in there, but you never say never in football. But high chances are Spurs will really put up a fight. Everton will put up a fight and won't be relegated out of the league in there. So that's what we had for you in here onto the Rokani football, on the Rokani Media Football. Spurs have thrashed a team which goes by the names of Everton by 5-0, and Spurs are really closing in top 4 in there. And wait and see what is really going to happen in the next games of football that are really going to happen into this zone, because there is a battle between Manchester United, Arsenal and Spurs, and I really believe that Manchester United has all what it takes to win this battle. Reason, I really believe that they have enough players. If at all they go on a run of close to 6 games and these players really show up, I really believe that they can close in and really put up a gap that no team can really come up and close. Because when you look at Ronaldo, we've not yet seen him on fire like 6 or 7 games, and you expect him at least to get that run into this season before the season ends. So you never know when that run of Ronaldo is going to come through. Bruno, not yet that, but Sancho looks is on fire and is firing left, right, and center. So we wait and see what really happens in between this battle between Manchester United, Spurs, and the team which goes by the names of Arsenal. Remember, all these 3 teams have to play one another. Spurs have to play Arsenal, Arsenal has to play Manchester United, and Manchester United has to play Spurs in there. So all of these teams have to play one another. So we wait and see what this game is going to be in there. So that's what I had for you. Good night from Rokani Media Football, and we sign out.